Hi, Dee here. Today I'm going to show you how to make these aluminum flowers. You're going to need some empty cans, washed out, rinsed out, dried. They come in a variety of sizes, which is good because I use the small ones sometimes inside the big ones. Usually I do 2 layers. You can do 2 or 3. So the first thing you're going to do is with sharp scissors, you are going to poke into the can. This is the trickiest part because it's a little hard to maneuver the scissors around, and it's got a little sharp pokey, so you have to kind of be careful there. Okay, so you see on the inside, one side's got a nice dome. That's usually what the part I use for the inside of the flower. This one is where the pop top is, and you know, you can use it, but it doesn't look quite as good. All right, so I've got a variety of different techniques that I use for the inside. If you take your scissors and just snip, snip, snip all the way to the end, and you decide if you want them wide or you want them narrow, and I'll show you the difference. These are narrow, so these are close together, and with that you can take your needle nose pliers and you can start bending and twisting and curling them, so the inside of your flower would be have these little curlies. If you cut them wider and you bend them, kind of spin the can around, you'll get wider curls. Okay, so those are 2 techniques. Now, for the inside, I usually cut the can in half because that gives you a shorter amount of petals. For the outside, I would cut it closer to the top of the can. So you would just stick that in and cut that. And you can do pointy, so it kind of looks like a sun. Bend these down. And again, be a little careful. Some of it's a little sharp. So then you've got parts, like this part can go inside here. Okay, you decide how they fit. The smaller ones sometimes fit nicer. You can do petals, so you cut it wider and then cut the curve, so you've got a petal shape like that. So there's a variety of things. You kind of just play around with it. So after you have a whole bunch of components made, I use spray paint for metal, Krylon or Rust-Oleum. You get them at Walmart, not too expensive. And I took it outside and I sprayed the different parts. Some I blended, I did a little orange and then purple on top of that. When that is dry, I took acrylic, black or white, and I just made little details. So maybe you can see little polka dots and this and that. And this one I've got little white polka dots. So that's just an option you can do to jazz them up. So then you've got your 2 components, 2 or 3, and you got to figure out how to fasten them together. So what I did is I took a nail and a hammer, and let's see if you can see that. Just bam, went through both of them. Then I used wire that I had, 20 gauge. If you don't have wire, you can use twisty ties. Okay, see if you can see those. This one I just trimmed off some of the paper of the twisty ties, and this one is actually a flat twisty tie. And I curled the end. See that? Curl the end so that when you poke it through the hole, it stops, doesn't go all the way through. Okay? And then on the back, you come all the way through it. And this one I added to a wire, aluminum wire that I had. If you don't want to have a wire, you just can make a loop in the back and hang them on the wall or the outside of the fence. Totally weatherproof. So waterproof, weatherproof. If you have a wire hanger that you can use to make a big long stem, I would cut it where the hanger starts to bend, because what you want to do is make a loop, okay? Something that your flower wire can hang on to. Okay, so if you can kind of see that. All right, so you play around with it, have fun. These are a great thing for decorating outside, inside, put them in your plants. Outside, put them in your planters. I love them because the deer don't eat them, and they bloom all year.